learned on Sunday who you're going to be playing on Thursday. What were your thoughts? How quickly do you get in the mode of, preparing for what you've got in a little less time than you normally do?
To be honest, my initial thought was, I was happy for Goose and their staff. We all work hard at what we do, and sometimes we may not get rewarded with some of our efforts, but I was excited for them, and it gives our tournament a different look. And then, you quickly figure out who you're playing by the end of that game, and then you get ready to prepare and play against them.
On Saturday after the game, you kind of alluded to results across the country, across the league, being maybe a little bit surprising. Wondering maybe a little big picture for this time of the year, but what do you think about the level of competition in the league, maybe relative to years past? Obviously, you've been around long enough to see the league over the years, but what do you think about the level of play in terms of from 1 to 8 in the league?
Our league, or just women's hockey in general?
Either way.
Yeah, I think, the people that watch women's hockey, regularly and have watched it for, whether it's 2, 3, 4, 5 years, we asked Todd that question, he would say it's gotten deeper and teams have become more competitive. They may not have been competitive a few years ago. When I first started, you could probably predict a lot of weekends depending on who was playing against each other. Nowadays, you don't know. We had Union beat Clarkson, a week or so ago. Would you have anticipated that? We played Union early in the year, but that didn't surprise me because, we've seen them. And, if you watch it closely, each conference, each league in itself is become deeper. And so, and then you get to playoffs and, it's easy to talk about a team that's playing for their lives, but then you'll watch it. It's if we don't win today, our season's over. That's a powerful statement. And if you don't want your season to be over, am I going to push? Am I going to give? Am I going to block another shot just to maybe get another game? So that's what you see in the playoffs. And in hockey, maybe unlike other sports, is unique because if I have a goaltender that is really good on a particular day, I might have a chance. And that separates maybe our sport from maybe some of the other sports. And so, to answer your question, it's become very much more competitive than it's ever been.
To be challenged in the way that you guys were on Saturday, how much value is that to a team that is now going to be playing, what would essentially in all likelihood be ever more challenging games as the season goes on?
As you're going through it, you're in the moment and you're trying to, get your team to, maybe do some things or have to change some things. But at the end of the day, I'm driving home and, one of the main objectives, especially during that time of day, is I don't want to hit a deer. It's the deer coming out. I don't want to hit one. And then you step back from that, and I'm successful in accomplishing that. Wisdom is gained through experience. And so, if we had won the game Saturday the same way we won it Friday, what would we have gained? Probably not a ton. But by having gone through that, them scoring late, in regulation, and now we're going in overtime, now we've experienced something that nobody was anticipating. But it happened. And so you gain some things by going through that process and become wiser. So as we get into Thursday, if we're lucky enough and play Saturday, and when we get into next week, those things can happen. And, having gone through one of those scenarios, you've played really well, you've outshot the team, and here sits the score. And so the experience is going to help us. And I was certainly in a better place when I got home, not knowing that my car wasn't going to be damaged and I didn't hit that group of deer that I was looking at. And all of a sudden I'm sitting there and go, hey, this was a good day. We ended up winning. We don't have to play Sunday. It was good to have gone through that experience.
How did you think that Ava McNaughton just handled the last week? Because that's a challenge, right? Getting right back on the ice and facing a lot of shots for the first time in quite a while, more than a month in game situation. Just interested in your thoughts on how she did there.
I think she did well. I mean, she's in tune to what whether it's school, and she carries a heavy load in school and keeps herself really busy taking classes. But I think she has the mindset and understands where she is right now and where she needs to be. And obviously, her experience at the Olympics, the end was good, but how she got there was a little different process than maybe some of the other athletes on that team, just because she wasn't getting game time. And so, how do I take care of myself for a month here, knowing that when I get back in probably a 3 or 4 day window, I'm going to be asked to play a playoff game. And I think for us, again, we talk about experience and how to get wise. And so the second period Friday, where she faced a bunch of shots, faced a breakaway, that was good for her, and had a penalty shot. And so those type of things, get you back into the mix really quickly. And so, we had a blunder Saturday with a turnover behind our net. I talked to her about that yesterday. And, what are you going to do differently? If you've ever played goaltender for a long period of time, that's going to happen to you. I mean, I saw Anne Renee up in Duluth one year. We gave him an empty net goal. She's behind the net, and I was like, who's covering the net? Nobody. Okay, they put the puck in, and I remember Soupy Campbell got stuck in our Zamboni door, and it's like, where's our goalie? Oh, she's going. It's like, puck goes right in the net. So if you've played goalie, and whether it's at college level, women, men, NHL, that'll eventually happen to you. What do I learn from it? So next time it happens, because the space behind the net up at St. Thomas is a lot shorter, so things are going to happen a lot quicker. And if they're going to forecheck you aggressively, you're going to have to move the puck and know where you need to put it right away. But she's a multitasker. I mean, the more you put on her plate, it seems the better she does. And then it's okay. Here I'm in my space. What do I need to do? And whether it was Sims or a couple of the other Adela, not having skated for several days. When I get back, I know what's coming at me. Am I preparing myself for when that opportunity comes? And I think having the 2 games under her belt now, will put her in a better place from her confidence standpoint and her assurance, and making sure that she's ready Thursday afternoon.
You mentioned briefly the new building at St. Thomas. Less room behind the net?
Yep.
Are there other things about the new building, having seen it fairly recently?
Gorgeous, yeah. I hope people come out to the tournament. I mean, they're going to see great hockey, but the venue in itself, seating, sight lines, amenities, all the little things that go into making a special rink, you'll see and experience. And so it'll be nice to see if groups of people come out Thursday and see a couple games. I know the boys state hockey tournament's going on up there, and whoever wins Thursday, the game Saturday is going to be great too. So if they like watching women college hockey, it's a great venue to come to and a great place to watch games.
Did you find the boards were any different, lively?
I would say the boards are, they're probably more lively than our boards, but the thing that really sticks out is it's similar to Ritter and similar to Duluth. There's not much space behind the net, and so things are going to happen quick. And if you miss the net on your shot, the puck's going to come out of that zone real quick too.
Given the Olympics and the opportunities that some of your players have had, and continue to have throughout all this, and there's a lot of demands. People want some of their time, and some of that's financial reasons and things like that. That's another one of those challenges that I'm sure you don't love this time of the year, but do you kind of have to maybe just accept that's part of the situation, and what's really an unusual situation with the Olympics going on this year? We've never seen this before, with players coming back to college and doing that, plus the NIL, plus all this stuff that's going on. just having to accept all of that right at this point?
Yeah, keep the most important thing, because in a short period of time it's going to all be over. I guess I was fortunate. I mean, I was in their shoes early in my life, and so when I went to Pittsburgh and experiencing what these young ladies are experiencing right now, as I traveled around to different NHL venues, and whether it was in Edmonton or LA or wherever we were traveling to, and reporters were coming in after the game to talk to the team about the particular game. I mean, they generally are coming to me first, and so your demands are high, but again, I think being seniors, being in the spotlight for a period of time, maybe not at the load it is right now, you just got to manage your time. And, if it gets to be too much, then you have to back off. Because if you get too much in your head, things get clogged. Things get clogged. And I had a classic example the other day. Man. So I get up in the morning, and normally my dog's excited to eat. Like, he's fired up to eat. He's ready to eat. I mean, it might be 5, it might be 5:30, but he's ready to eat. So I generally feed him, and then I go over to my coffee pot, and I put my K-cup in, and I press the button, and then my dog needs to go outside after he eats. So I'm going to put him outside, and now I come back. I'm looking for my coffee. It's all on the floor. And I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, talk about little things and pay attention to details and having too much on your mind. Guess what I forgot to do? I don't know if it's happened to you. I forgot to put the stupid cup right where the liquid comes down. And now I spent the next 20 minutes cleaning up my mess. I'm thinking, how did that happen? So when I got up this morning, it's the first thing I did. I put that stupid coffee mug right where it's supposed to be. Yeah. So it's a process. All I could do is laugh at myself. I'm looking and it's just me and this coffee pot, and there's coffee everywhere, down my cupboards, down my drawers, and I've got like, it took me half a roll of paper towel to get it all cleaned up. But all you can do is laugh at yourself. So what was on my mind? I don't know, but it wasn't the most important thing. No, yeah, I got a black lab. Yeah, yeah, so excited. Yeah, so excited. Yeah.